The way that carrying and pushing in this game works is very, very odd. If you push into a part with Olimar or a pellet, the density or the propensity for pushing decreases if you collect something, and I would have collected the automatic gear. So therefore, I would have failed the pushing of the Ionium Jet, which is coming up now. Regardless, it should have been 9. So I should have 91 now. If it says 91, we're good. We are good. I'll just go this way. And I'll stick these bad boys on this gate. And move on. So the idea is, of course, red only. But I can collect the Ionium Jet by doing this incredibly long and arduous process. What's that in the water, by the way? I don't think it's a ship part. Regardless, I can take this guy over here, over to the Ionium Jet, and then I can push the Ionium Jet, which has a very high density, meaning I can't push it very well. But you can push things with high densities if you use something with a low density, like this enemy being the perfect candidate. So now I just have to push it. Hang on, I'm just bad. It's not stuck. I'm just bad. There we go. So I can push into the Ionium Jet, and once I've got started, I can push it in that direction. I don't want it to go any more right, preferably left. Anyway, I've said as well, I want to try and get AC, the analog computer, partially done as well. In this day. And then the next day I'll do Libra, analog computer collected, and the final part of Ionium Jet 2. So by day 11, well, at the end of day 10, I'll have the Ionium Jet nearly collected. It'll just be carrying it to the ship at that point, and I'll have collected the Libra and the analog computer. That's my goal for day 8 and day 9. I'm not getting very many good pushes. It's a tricky one, and I'm not expecting to get it first try. But analog computer is a very easy one. That's why I'm doing this one first. So you actually have to follow a very specific route. The floor has these polygons. Yeah, so there's triangles on the floor. And you have to push around a certain route. It kind of creates a maze. It's a very simple maze, but it's difficult to cross the boundary from one floor triangle to another. So you can see it's already starting to move sideways rather than forwards, even though I'm pushing it forwards. That's because of a different floor triangle. Not one that gets in the way, but I'm about to come across. So you see it's moving left, you see slightly? That's because it's on a boundary of another floor triangle, which I've gotten past. I'm not necessarily explaining this very well, but you'll see it more significantly later when there are some very difficult floor triangles to deal with. So I have to push this to that corner, but I'm not going to just go straight to the corner. There's actually a floor triangle I can't get over, so I'll actually push it towards the wall on the left hand side, and then I'll push it into the corner where it'll waypoint reset the next morning. And I'm aiming to get this done before about 5 to 4 notches from the end of the day, so that I can put all the Pikmin on the bridge as well. Right, so around here I'm expecting to come into contact with a floor triangle that's going to prevent me from moving further right So instead what I'll do, I'll push the bug to the right hand side of the ionium jet. Oh, I guess I've gone over it. That's fine. Well, regardless, I'm pushing this over here. Basically, it's something you can feel, and without explaining it, or without showing you in the debug mode, because in the debug mode you can actually see the polygons on the floor, but without actually showing you, it's kind of hard, and you can't do that on console. It's only on emulator that I can show you the debug mode. So I'm just kind of rambling about nothing. Nearly there. I guess I made it over the floor triangles amazingly well. Now I'm fairly certain you have to make it unstable to finish the collection. So I'm going to push AC to where I can collect it, and then I'll come back here if possible. If not, I'll just hope it works. And I'm fairly sure it does work. You definitely need to go to sunset for day 9 when you're getting the AC, the ionium jet. So I just push it into the corner. I'll do this like a few more times. That was a very sloppy push section, but I think I did it. So I just push it into the corner and it should be fine. So if I go to sunset now, it will actually appear in this body of water. Yo, Monado. Jason. Mario Party was good. But one of the guys we were playing with crashed the game. Mocha. That's me. Mocha T. So it was about 4 turns remaining, and one of the guys we were playing with, his emulator crashed. So we couldn't continue, which is sad. But we'll be playing more tomorrow, and maybe I'll stream it too. But it's me, Glad Jonas, and some other guy. I don't know what he plays. He's not famous enough for me to know who he is. That was a joke, by the way. Luckily the floor triangles in this section aren't difficult, and the analog computer is a very light part, so pushing it to shore is actually very, very easy to do. Well, pushing it to a corner where it then waypoint displaces / waypoint resets onto dry land, and then you can pick it up with your reds later. I've got the footage for Forest of Hope, I just haven't edited yet the video, which would explain why I've only got one video on my channel at the moment. Forest of Hope is coming, just need to edit it. In case anyone was wondering. I would offer to say if you wanted to see Forest of Hope being done, well, you'll just have to wait a little bit. Alright, so I'm just pushing it into this corner. The anti-dioxin filter, I'm going to probably save that for near last. The guard satellite and the anti-dioxin filter are probably going to take many tries because they're very difficult, and the floor triangles in both cases are very challenging to deal with. But we'll get there. So, to collect analog computer, I just have to get it into this corner. I don't have to make it unstable. I could have probably gotten Libra down as well, but I'd still have to come back here at some point anyway. I've got a bit of time remaining, more than I thought I would have. So I suppose this is all free time. I can collect like the analog, the automatic gear, and well, something else. Not sure what. Right, I'm just going to push it into the corner. I don't need to make it unstable. So it will respawn here next time. Yo, Alti! Forest of Hope. Well, you can see my timer is at about 5 hours right now. Ooh, lag, 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 lag. Lovely. That lag was in-game because of 100 Pikmin on a bridge. For some reason, bridges make it laggy. So Forest of Hope was good. It took me a few tries, but day 3 was the time-consuming part. Pushing section wasn't too bad, actually. Alright, so I'm going to take these 100 Pikmin over and start building some bridges. I can't collect the gravity jumper yet. And there's the anti-dioxin filter. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish this bridge off. I know it's inoptimal to wait for it, but I've saved time. And then I'll also collect the Omega Stabilizer. And its corpse. Again, saving time here. Oops. My aim was bad. I was in a weird camera angle that I don't normally do. Yo, Joan Goose! Long time no see. Oh, yeah. It's been a while, hasn't it? So I can just collect some trivial parts on day 8 because, I mean, no reason not to. That Wollywog's not going to bother me. It's a shame I need to wait for these guys, but it shouldn't take too long. And I'll go and finish up automatic gear. Actually, I think I might need to... whatever. I'll just move automatic gear and then I'll save my Pikmin. I'll just get automatic gear somewhere closer to base. Because I'm basically done at this point. Unless the Ionium Jet gets stuck in some way. I should have deloaded it. That was stupid of me. Now they might make it, they probably won't. But they might. That's good enough for me. No, you know what? I'm not going to risk it. They're not going to make it. Still, that's your Ionium Jet. Should be done. Oh, because I was playing Mario Party with Jonas, and I changed my stream preemptively, but it didn't make a difference. Right, it's unstable, so if this didn't work, I don't know what went wrong. So, what I did. Very good day, very successful. I destroyed the Black Lattice Gate, I built the bridge, I got Analog Computer on shore, I got Ionium Jet 1 level up, out of 2, 1 out of 2, and I collected Omega Stabilizer and its corpse. That was a pretty good day, to be honest. No reason not to save. So basically, to do this trick, you need to walk above the abyss for about 5 frames at the most. Trust me guys, when I get it, it's worth it. But you've all gone. Ah, there it is. PogChan. So even when you're pushing things over a cliff, you'd think it'd be so easy, but actually it's not, because the floor triangles, even there, the polygons don't really work out for you. There's Libra. And analog computer. By the way, the Ionium jet is right there. You can see it. That's because it Waypoint displaced yesterday. Alright, I'm going to go into Guard Satellite. I'm not going to finish up Ionium jet today. I'm going to go and kill the beady longlegs. And move Guard Satellite some distance. I won't be able to finish off Guard Satellite today. Of course not. But it would be a very good achievement if I could set up Guard Satellite today. Yo, Davy Jones. Jesus. It's been a while, hasn't it? Thanks for the luck. I don't really know how to reply. Let's just go with yes, I do love you. Right, here's a tricky trick. You rub against the Wollywog. The Wollywog turns. You rub against the Wollywog even more. And it then jumps further than it should be able to. You rub against the Wollywog. It turns. You rub against it even more. And it turns and jumps even more. Rub against the Wollywog. Ah, damn. I should let it turn the other way. I'm using it to try to get inside. Ooh, that's actually not what I want right now. The Wollywog can't escape. Shit, actual shit. Okay, plan B, plan B. I can use one of these, the purple one. I only want the purple one. That's why I'm damaging the green one. It's fine, don't worry about it. I can use the purple one to clip inside. I may have screwed this up. If so, that's fine. I can still get the Libra eventually. Please don't go to the gate. If it goes to the gate, I'm screwed. Actually, no. I can collect it. I can do it like this. Okay, fine, fine, fine. This is acceptable. I actually didn't want the Wollywog to clip into the arena. The only reason I got the Wollywog there was to help me get into the arena. Now I'm going to make sure I have no more than 8 deaths, because that would be incredibly bad. No deaths is also fine. How have I been? Well, it's been a while, so a lot of stuff has happened. It's been up, it's been down, it's been left, it's been right, it's been sideways, and now it's up. Hey, how about that? I'm in a good position. I've got a career, I've got my life sorted, so don't worry about me. Anyway, so I can now use the guard satellite. I can move the guard satellite with the Wollywog. But I'm only going to move it a couple of times. That's not good. I can't get out of the arena now. Alright, well I can at least try to move the guard satellite a bit closer. I'll use the pellets. Damn. This is a strategy I never used before. Moving it with the pellets is actually really good. Nah, it's sliding. Nah, the strategy with the pellets doesn't work. Maybe it would have been better to do this all in one day, so that I can use the pellets. This is my test. I may just redo day 9. Because this is big if true. I've never seen it behave like this before. I would still need to use the Wollywog though. Nah, it's stuck again. Even the pellet will get stuck. That's fine. I think that's as close as I'm going to get it. Not that it matters anyway. It goes back slightly. There's a waypoint that it goes back to. At least the guard satellite is set up. And I got the Libra down. Yeah. This is fine. This is acceptable. Acceptable losses. I'm also going to have to lose a couple of Pikmin. I could have done better today. I could have done a few more things. But guard satellite is now in a location that I can access it better at the start of a day, which is most important. And I got Libra and Analog Computer collected. I hope this is worth it. You've made me change my stream overlay. I hope you're happy. Nobody would ever assume that Scripted was the one who made the Fast Citrus account, the Captain 911 or whatever it was account. But he does. It was scripted, wasn't it? This whole time it's always been scripted. There's never been anyone else except scripted. That is my theory. What's up, Jungkook? It's going pretty good. I opened that thing on stream. Thanks for sending me that. Whatever it was. It was great. It was great. George Constanza's answering machine. Yeah, I did do that, yeah. Correct. That's something that occurred. Jonas, you can put it in the chat if you want. I haven't seen Seinfeld, no, I'm afraid. I'm sure it's a classic and I'm sure it's well worth the watch. But I just haven't quite seen it. There's some other things on my list that I need to watch. I haven't even seen the US Office.
Hello! Hello!
Ah, the classic Cap fake the moon landing. That's the classic. I remember the old days. That is a classic. I'm fairly sure you had that exact same reaction last time, Jonas. Anyway, I figured out who is posting that. Sorry, who's making those fake weird accounts. I figured out who it is. Scripted. That's alright, Jonas. Don't worry about it. With your IQ and my IQ, we make the IQ of a whole person. And when we're in a chat with WQQQQQ, We have the IQ of 5 people. I love how you came into contact with WQ. The original contact with him. It's classic. Because if I remember rightly, it was he was talking about how Glad Jonas and in general highlight videos of speedrunning were bad. And then you just laughed it off. And now you're, I'd say, on good terms. I think that's pretty good. What do you mean, Monado? It was inside the BLL, which I killed on day 9. Yeah, I have. Oh, Jonas, do you remember that WQ roast video? I love my penis can get no longer. That's the. Sorry. About 4 of the people in the chat will get that joke and find it funny. Not the toilet humor, I mean in general, the WQ situation. The guy who was in the thumbnail. Oh, veiny. But it's not that great on its own, but it's because we were in a VC at the time, and I was just like, hey guys, I'm making a meme, here's the process of it, and we were talking about it, and that was why it was a very good meme at the time. Oh, good push. Good push. Veiny. Veiny. Yeah, I do have that pic. I'll show you. Where is Veiny? Veiny, Veiny, Veiny. There it is. Cumstiller. Black cock. What? Success didn't go to his head. It went to his neighbor. And then Veiny. It's the stupid. Alright. Alright. Like, back to the thing. Black cock. Just, it's so stupid. Oh, it's so stupid. Right. Here we go. Success didn't go to his head. It went to his neighbor's cock instead. Because, Jonas, that's the point. No, Jonas. Head means the tip of the penis. Don't you know? Ah! Ugh. That's that 53 IQ. Moke strats. Oh. Alright then. I didn't even see that. Thanks for the follow, Moke strats. Haha. As if you're a real person. Breadbug runs in just steals the thing. Ah, damn. So I was wrong. It's not Node. Yeah, I don't know who it is. Fuck. Right, okay, that's one good push for the books. Can we get 2? All I need is 2 to get up there. And then I need a lucky push. That didn't look good. See if I can get a good push to save it. No. Okay, we can work with this. Stop, don't you jump, don't you jet, don't you dare. We can work with this. Absolutely. When I get my red only run done. As soon as I'm done with red only. That's when. Does that answer your question? Answer, no, because, of course, I've not explained when I will be done with red only. Red only I don't expect will take me about 2 weeks. So sooner than 2 weeks. Nice. This is... No! Stop, 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 stop! I looked at chat! Fuck you, Kip. Picky. Clever. Right. Back on track. This is the hardest part, yeah. Guard satellite is the hardest part. The second hardest part is ADF. Or anti-dioxin filter, as you may know it called. Fuck off. Thanks, Monado. Never look at chat. Alright. Well, to be honest, when I'm nearly at a groundbreaking thing, I shouldn't be looking at chat, to be honest. Alright, here we go. So I've got a couple attempts at getting this through the gate before I run out of time. I think I can do this. Got to concentrate. Right. Good. Just do that a couple more times. Don't you dare jump up there. You absolute cunt. Mandem, what was that clip that you made? That you posted in the Pikmin community? I've got a couple attempts at this. Okay, I'm turning my body physically towards the screen. Yeah, a yellow and blue onion only run would be a cakewalk after this. That looks good! Oh! So they just randomly clip like that. The parts just randomly clip. It's not really fair, to be honest. So it's like after all that effort, they just randomly clip. Oh. Okay. Ah, okay. Maybe that'll make more sense. Oh! It was the Minecraft thing. Right. Got it. That makes sense. This looks good. Oof. I have a few more attempts. Please. Please let this be it. Please let this be it. Please let this be it. No. One more attempt. Get out of my room! It was a much better impression than I could probably ever pull off again. Ha! No! Oh, holy shit! Push it, push it, push it, push it! Ah! Push it! Yeah! That's it! That's it. Ugh. I just might have woken up anyone. If anyone's in the building. I got it! I got it. I got it. I got it. I'm sorry if there's anyone in the building and they're currently watching the stream. I got it. Yes. No, I'd better fucking save. And there's always a small chance, because I don't understand how this works, there's always a chance that it didn't work. So this could turn from very, very happy Moke to very, very sad Moke in a second. You should be able to see it. If it's worked, there's a chance that it goes to one of two places. You should be able to see it. Look at the top right of the screen. Yeah! I got it! I got it. Yes! Ugh. Ugh. That's the joy. That's why I do this. Because the feeling when you get something that's so difficult, when you finally get something that you've been spending multiple hours on, when you finally get it, it's scarcely describable. That's why I do this. That's why. But from one very, very difficult part to another. I'm gonna take 24. I look tired. No, I'm totally fine. I'm more awake now than I should have been. Don't worry about me. I'm doing great. So here's the strat for the anti-dioxin filter. It's updated since the last time I did it. Great strat. Yeah, right. That's good enough, to be honest. Yeah, I did, Alti. Of course I did. Wollywogs in Forest Navel, I tell you. Very helpful. This one might take me a few tries too. Definitely not as many as Guard Satellite. I need to push it to the shore. This is the hardest day of ADF. I need to push it to the shore where it won't waypoint reset to a distant waypoint on day 12. If I can do that, then I can get it collected, or at least waypoint reset it to somewhere good at the end of day 12, start of day 13. So I need to push the ADF all the way from here, using Wollywog, to the bottle. The bottle's around about here. Left a bit, past 2 floor triangles, not one, but 2 floor triangles, 1, 2, and then down to the shore, which is here. This little bit, this little lump, you see it kind of goes up, and then down, and then up. That little lump that sticks out down, that's where I need to push it to. In one day. Might take a couple tries, but we got this. So there's a floor triangle that I'm actually hitting right now. This floor triangle takes me to the bottle. As in, if I don't get a good push over the top of that floor triangle, it will take me to the bottle, which is just coming up. But ideally I would bypass that floor triangle. So I'm going to push the Wollywog this way, and then push it perpendicular to the line of action of the floor triangle so that I can get it over. Did anybody clip that, by the way? Out of curiosity. Yeah, basically the ADF is a very, very dense part, but the Wollywog isn't. So I can push into the Wollywog, which will then in turn help me push the dense part. This is a trick that I discovered with a shear grub pushing into the Ionium Jet. The Ionium Jet is the densest part in the game. Ionium Jet 1 and 2, they're the 2 equally densest parts in the game. ADF is the 3rd. For whatever reason, the ADF is a massively dense part. Denser than Gladjone. I meant to end that sentence where I did. Anyway, you can see that when I push the part, it kind of goes forwards, sure, but then it goes to the right. That's actually because of the floor triangle. And it's not crossing over the boundary. Hello, GK Moo. Whoops. So this is probably my practice. This isn't going to work out properly. But anyway, now it's bypassing that floor triangle because it's hitting the bottle, and the bottle acts as another wall, and it can't go any further to the right. So the line of action of the force that Olimar applies is greatest over the line where the floor triangle is. It's hard to describe. I could do it with a bit of a diagram. So now it will clip into the bottle. That's acceptable. For whatever reason, the bottle only has dense pushing on 2 of its sides. On the very side now where the Wollywog is touching it, on that point, and on the exact other side, 180 degrees from there. That's where it's got its strong pushing. Regardless, doesn't matter. I just simply push the Wollywog over, they're like just like that, and I can continue pushing the ADF. Would be nice to have a little look at the floor triangles again, just as a refresher. ADF is a very tricky part after all. That, or I'll just check the video where I collected it, and I'll just check the video. Yeah. But this would only be the second time that anyone has ever collected the ADF on console when I get this. I got it already once before, where it fell out of bounds randomly onto the land and I was able to collect it, which is a ridiculously rare thing to happen because I've never been able to get it to happen since. Very, very, well, incredibly rare. Yeah. Why doesn't he just grow blues? Yeah. Said one dev to Shigeru Miyamoto. And Shigeru Miyamoto got out his tape measure and goes, "Nya!" And then jumps around the room like a cat. The Pikmin dev just shakes his head. And then Sakurai comes in and goes, "Fuck you." And then Seinfeld theme plays, followed by Curb Your Enthusiasm. I think I've just invented a sitcom. Would you guys watch that? I'd watch that sitcom. Right, so there's a floor triangle that I'm trying to get it over right now. I'm trying to like go in a more direct route to where I need to go. There we go, I just made it over. It's kind of a feeling thing. But there is another one right next to it, which is what makes that particular push quite difficult. So I push it perpendicular to the line on the floor, which you can't see, but I know that is there. And I push it up against it, and eventually it will go over. It's a mini clip, actually. Nope. 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 I wouldn't have Randy Man as a character, but I would have Nintendo Devs, the sitcom. I don't know what we'd call it, but it would be a good sitcom. Not too much further. Yeah. Vitali, how old are you? If you don't mind me asking. You don't have to answer this question. Just so that we're on the same page. Too personal. You don't have to answer that question. That's why I always say, if you would prefer not to answer, that is acceptable. So you might have thought that while I was pushing this ADF, it's a very weird route to take. Why don't I just push it in a straight line? Well, it's again because of the triangles on the floor that it's very difficult to cross the boundary of one floor triangle to another. That's why I don't just push it in a line. If I tell you why, well, it's because the memes you use and your general mannerisms, I would have guessed that you aren't much older than 15 at the maximum. That's why. And I want to see if I'm correct. I'd say at the most you're 16. I'd put you at about 13 or 14. What is the city your mother and father met? What's your mother's maiden name? What are the 16 digits on your mother's credit card? Asking for a friend. He's 16, eh? I don't think I'm going to have made it today. I can do a bit better next time. Or I could just Super Saiyan right now and get to the shore. If you answer your own age incorrectly, no, you don't get banned. You can say no, it's fine. Promoted to lurker. Yeah. I think I've made it, by the way. It's not a ban, it's promoted to lurker. Yeah, this is as far as I can physically push it. So I'd imagine if I don't get this, then the gods weren't on my side this morning. In the early hours of August 17th, 2018. It was a bit close, but see ya, Quatawata. Change of plan. I'm going to get the Ionium Jet too. Hog. No, I haven't played it. You mean a texture map? Sorry, it's basically a Games Repainted, but it's not by the people who do Games Repainted. So it would be less good than a Games Repainted. Stop me if I'm wrong. Not gonna happen. I hate the Breadbug so much. The Breadbug has caused me to have my first deviation from plan. That's how much I hate the Breadbug. Okay. I didn't know that. I thought it was just retextured. But I suppose if it's some good memes, I might consider it. Now, I drew a map of this area. I hope you guys want to see my map. There you go. That's my map. Did you enjoy? It's a good map, isn't it? This is where I am now. There. And I need to go up there and that way. Isn't that fantastic? Good map. I'm glad you all enjoyed. There are floor triangles that prevent me from just going in a straight line. If you're next to a wall or a more solid section, you can bypass these triangles with relative ease. Especially because I'm pushing the densest part in the game right now. Fun fact, the hardest part to push using Olimar only is the Ionium Jet 1 and 2. They're tied, I believe. I see no reason that they would be a different model. They're basically the same model. The third hardest is the anti-dioxin filter. After that, I'm not so sure. Most of them become easy after that point. But the interstellar radio is up there somewhere, among the hard ones. Anyway, all I have to do is push it there. So it's not exactly particularly far, considering the amount of pushing I've done with the anti-dioxin filter the other day. Now, the reason I'm doing the Ionium Jet now is because, in theory, it will help me get the anti-dioxin filter using the Breadbug later. If I can reposition the anti-dioxin filter now on day 12, I can then attempt to get it later on day 13. Right, so I just bypassed a floor triangle there. That weird sliding thing that the part did just then, that was bypassing a floor triangle. I now need to get this over the floor triangle, which is actually supposedly not as hard, because it's a nice non-dense object. I forget what the word we use for that is. But there is another floor triangle straight away, so I do have to be careful. And big push now. One more. And bypass. You see that? That's the perfect example. If ever I've wanted an example to show you, that right there is a perfect example of the crossing of a floor triangle. Technically it's a map triangle, not a floor triangle, but I've always called it floor triangle because I'm dumb. Did I get AGF? No. It's still there. I'm going to use this day and extra time in this day to push ADF a bit further this way. So that then on day 13 it's easier to collect. It's not centralized. And it's incredibly annoying. Fantastic. You know what? Maybe I will stream it one day. But don't get your hopes up. Do not do such a thing. There we go. Just went past another one. And another one. There are two there, back to back. Pushing this past these two is actually somewhat difficult. I'm past one, I think. And the other one... No. Oh yeah, there we go. The ionium jet is now stuck on a boundary. There we go. Now, this part only warps onto land if it's unstable. It can only be unstable if you're pushing into it, meaning I have to be here when I go to sunset. So I'm going to give myself until about 2 notches to move the ADF a little bit closer. How best to do that? Not sure. I could use the Wollywog, or I could not do that. Not sure. Anyway, it should be fine. Gonna go move the ADF now. I could also collect some parts now, but I'm worried that would interfere with the density of the insect thing that I have there. Would want to do that. Shearwig, it's called. Enjoy as I use this Wollywog to push the anti-dioxin filter. Is it even moving? Yes. Yes, it is. I wouldn't be worried. It's just it's actually sitting on a boundary between floor triangles. I think I've bypassed it though. So it'll speed up now. ADF is very stubborn. Just in general. It was one of the more stubborn parts I've ever had to face. There we go. Bypassed. You saw it just move slightly. Slightly more than average. Now I'll just lay here until about a minute and a half from now. Then I'll go back to the ionium jet. This probably hasn't made much of a difference. Ah, that was a good push. Now I'm not sure what's faster, using the Wollywog to push Olimar into the part, or just pushing Olimar into the part yourself. Not sure what's faster. It's moving. I've seen it move several times. That was one. Just move then. There you go. That was a big one. In total, it's moved about half a diameter of the ADF. About one Wollywog's length. Bit less. Now it does move. See? It's now more in the middle, isn't it? It's moved half a pixel. Can get the ionium jet to kind of turn slightly. And that's when it's most unstable. and that's when the game is most likely to accept it as being on land. Just let it vibrate like that for a moment. There we go. Oh, vibrate. Yeah. Lovely. Oh. There's no reason to do that, by the way. That pause buffering, that was completely pointless. But I think you could cut me some slack. No, it wasn't even close, Paul. It really wasn't even close. I wasn't pog-champing at all. I'm a glutton for kitchen. Ooh. Never give up. Just hold your head up, and if it gets rough, it's time to get rough. My Kogu is one of my favorite emotes. I find that emotes usually don't express how I actually feel. Like that blue-haired girl woman. Or the man with the weird hair. You know the one I mean. Those emotes just don't cut it for me. But my Kogu captures the spirit of my soul. That's a good emote. Now that's a good emote. I'd say that emote would be worth about $4.99. Breadbugs have the worst AI in the game. Like, why did you put this in the game, JGex? Oh! This is it. Okay, this is it. Yep. Now that's the position I need it to stay in. So I can't actually even look away from it. I've made a mistake, but that's fine. I do intend to kill the Breadbug today. But I suppose that's not happening. This is acceptable. We call that acceptable losses. Yes, PogChamp. Turn and face me, you bastard. Here we go. Turn and face me, you absolute scoundrel. I'd rather it turned and faced exactly away from the ADF. I don't want to mess this up. Meh. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Exciting, isn't it? If I was you, I'd be ruddy excited right now. I've got loads of time to do this. Loads of time. But I'm actually nervous. Because an unlikely thing has happened. The Breadbug cooperated. I have no idea how long that'll take to happen again. So it would be fantastic if I could just get this try. I will end my stream early, by the way. If I complete Forest Navel, I will end my stream early. So that's incentive for me to improve you guys' lives. Just got to push this Wollywog over a floor triangle boundary. There we go. Correct. It's at every corner, and you can see right next to me there's a corner of the map. Basically, it's the boundaries of the pool and the shore. There's a corner coming up now. Very slight corner. Now, these corners are very slight. There's a very strong corner coming up, and that's the thing that I need to go get to. I don't know why I talk like this. I get excited when I explain things. Number 15. Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing I'd expect in your Burger King burger is someone's foot fungus. But as it turns out, that might be what you get. A Reddit user by the name of Dark Souls 4400. Ugh, where am I? Okay, loads of time. ADF behaving. It doesn't really matter if the ADF behaves. I'd say the Breadbug is the most important thing. And yes, the Breadbug behaved today. So we could be in for it. This is my first attempt at this far, so it may not work. It may also work. Who knows? I'm very chilly. Blanket mode engage. Let's go. Explain. Okay, so the Breadbug can drag things. Obviously, you know that. But these things don't stop having solidity. So these things that the Breadbugs are dragging... I'm actually really cold. It's actually really cold in the UK, and I've got my window open. Damn. I'm running out of time. But I should be good. So, the Breadbug can drag an object into another object and move that second object. That's exactly what I did with the ADF to get it slanted like this. So part of it is out of the water and part of it is in the water. The next strat is to push it out of the water on a strong corner in this water. There's not many strong corners, so the closest one is over here. I got chilly all of a sudden, but I can do this. Is this the corner? I'm at the corner. Okay, this is the corner I need. Holy fuck. Here we go. So I'm going to slightly push it away from the water, the center of the water. So more onto shore. Then I do a trick where I take it off camera and then reload it. And what this should do it'll push it onto shore. Right, here we go. Correct. Could we pog? We could very well pog right now. Pog! Here we go. So, these are the final pushes, which will eventually get the ADF onto the land. I've got a minute left of pushing. Let's get this to work. I've also got 100 Pikmin somewhere. I would rather not have them all die. But we'll see. You can actually just push it straight up onto the land. But I would also accept a waypoint warp. Because it only gets pushed onto land if a certain thing is true with the Wollywog's collision, and it's not true right now. This is nearly good enough to get onto land. Just a few more pushes. How many Pikmin are there? Like 60. I would rather not have that many Pikmin die. Oh! I don't need to. Holy shit. Holy shit. This could be it. Yes, so theoretically, it's in the perfect position to waypoint warp. I'm going to keep it loaded, just in case. Here we go. This could be it. PogChamp? I don't know, I'm excited too. Let's go. Let's fucking Go. Oh, I'm so cold. It got cold all of a sudden, like masses of wind is blowing in. This is so cold. Or I'm starving to death. And he save. Yeah, it would be... Yeah, Cap. I was actually thinking of making a emote like that, where it's a Wollywog Monka S, because, of course, they're both frogs, right? Right, here we go. Pray... Yeah. Can we get... Oh, I'm actually really nervous. Can we get some blesses in chat, please? Here we go. Where is it? Alright, now everything is easy. Forest Navel is done. Forest Navel. Fucking done. I'm just gonna flower everybody because why not? I've got loads of time right now. Okay. Thanks. I don't even care. We're done. By we, I mean me. Of course, you guys did nothing. Thanks for the support. Yeah, whatever. I did, yeah. That's ADF. There's the grav jumper. Guard satellite. Oh, Mandem. Absolutely. I mean, I'll fuck you if you want. Wait, there's still one alive? Ah! If. Why not grow up some Pikmin? Shore up my numbers a bit. This is a perfectly acceptable thing to do, given the situation. Reset, save. Nah. I'm afraid I don't care enough. In Distant Spring, by the way, it's very easy to lose a fair few Pikmin while you're doing the thing. Oh, there's the bastard. I forgot to kill him. I could do it like this. Perfect. So that should be every part now. Yeah. It's all coming, it'll come... Blah! I'm so excited. It all comes together at once. So that's nice. A mutual orgasm, if you will. They just went straight through it. It's because Pikmin carrying objects is slightly different. I should be really seriously going for cutscene skips right now. Nah. That's the most important thing. These cutscene skips. Well, I was never going to get that. Whatever. I've gotten bad. However, there it is. That's Forest Navel. It only took me a ridiculous amount of time. Nearly went to sunset there. Come on, you slowpoke. Don't think I've forgotten about you. With only red Pikmin. Something I thought to be impossible a long time ago. But I've done it. Literal hours by humping frogs better. Well, there we are. That's Forest Navel. Red only. What do you say? Let's go for 200. Alright. Wow. You know what? Fuck everything. I'm not good at this game. No. Not a chance. There it is. That's Forest Navel. 100% clear using only red Pikmin. What is that blue thing? Don't know. Anyway. And it only took me hours of attempts running through a gate and using a Wollywog and lying down underneath a frog for 4.5 hours. But don't worry, I did it. We save those. That's what we do. We save those.